Rock on. Sorry, it cut out. I crashed right as Aaron was giving his recap.
Yeah, I had finished with we're on a, and then it cut out. We're on a mission from God to retrieve the bits and pieces left over from the semi-apocalyptic battle between the Sons of Cronos and the Drac, their great enemies, and to enable us to complete that quest, and thanks to some smooth talking from Mika, they agreed to equip us with laser guns and axes, and also to attach several large laser cannon type things onto my dinosaur, as well as a bunch of laser axes onto its big tail. So and a little like laser turret thing up where I sit. Lots of lasers.
Right. Yeah. So that's where you're at. Any questions?
I think we're about to embark on our journey.
Right. Okay. So like if you remember, you guys are in Hex 99 on the little map there. Tell me where you guys want to go. Tony, as you are in a somewhat civilized area, if there's anything you want to do before you guys head out, just let me know.
Maybe like fill up on some things that I normally use, like a rope that doesn't break.
Sure. Okay.
Like, do we have anything worthwhile for trade, or how are we doing?
They apparently don't use money here, so I don't know.
Zip.
Yeah. So I mean,
So these ruins, is that 11-7? Is that right?
That's where the battle took place.
Is that where we're headed? Was it farther?
Hold on. Okay. Well, make sure I'm looking at the same thing. Okay, yeah. All right, we're good. So, where are you guys headed? So there's, as you approach the outskirts of this small town, right? So, Alex, there's a in this hex you saw from a distance. There's a large dome, sort of reflective. As you got closer,
That's
you could
9-9?
see. Yep. There was much smaller settlements like around the base of the dome, and they turned out to be, where most of the normal people lived, and a lot of cyborgs seem to prefer the dome itself. But anyways, so let me know where you guys are headed.
So,
I think it makes. Go ahead.
I mean, are we not just gonna make a beeline for this battle site?
That makes sense to me. I mean, I think they were kind enough to equip us so we can undertake this thing for them, and then afterwards, depending on what we learn from the old dude, we can either head down and check out the tower or go and do something else.
So there it is.
Okay. All right. So you begin to depart from the town. There's something of a road that seems to lead through 10-9 and 10-8 to looks like around 11-7 there. Like I said before, you guys can see 11-7. There's some sort of ruins. It looks like a structure, fortifications of some kind. Yep. And so,
I mean, I don't see any reason we can't just stick to the road.
Sure. Okay, no problem. So
before we move on, can I just ask, like, these people just asked us to do this for them, so to help us? I'm a little bit confused on that.
Oh,
so I think on Mika to explain.
Yeah, I mean, I guess told them that we were looking for a bad dude who came here, and I guess we do this for them, and they potentially help us find him.
Okay. Yeah, fair.
All right.
And also,
So,
we got a bunch of laser swords and turrets and laser axes and shit. So we're doing all right.
All right. So how are you guys traveling? Is everybody riding on the dinosaur? What's going on with that?
I imagine Mika can walk.
Okay, fair enough.
But I imagine Aaron
William
is.
Yeah, I'm certainly riding on the dinosaur. I don't know. I guess Tony seemed excited by the prospect previously, but may also want to scout around to the sides. I don't know.
I mean, I think before it was because we didn't really have a a clear goal in mind, or a target goal.
So, are you going to ride?
No, No, I'll walk in the.
All right.
Hold
so
on.
Tony's walking.
He'll walk. Yeah.
All right, fair enough. All right, so you begin to travel down the road. There seems to be some, but there doesn't seem to be very much traffic, or how worn the road is. And every once in a while, you kind of you come upon a few sort of cyborg type dudes, often with a dinosaur. Yeah. So who's leading the way here?
I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll scout because I have scouting abilities.
Well, so I guess keep in mind that the cyborg dudes who seem to be kind of in charge here don't tend to treat non-cyborgs as people. So I mean, you can, but I don't know. I guess I'll be walking out in front in case any of the guards try to stop us and question us, so I can tell them that we're in a mission from whatever his name was, the half machine dude.
Khabib?
Oh, yeah.
Karen?
Yep.
Karen from accounting?
Okay, so you're leading the way. Then, Alex, are you scouting ahead, or are you just
No, I'm gonna scout ahead, not too far, but maybe I don't know, just enough so that there's still visibility of me. I just want to take a maybe 50 yards or so.
Okay, so
just so that if there's bad guys, I want the dinosaur to be ready with the lasers.
Okay, so I will present you with an intrusion. You see a man, and this is you can accept or reject it. You see a man sort of rushing towards you in a like he's exhausted, like he's run farther than he can run, but he still desires to run farther. Rushing towards you, and it looks like he's got like a large, what will be a nasty bruise on the side of his face.
I will take that intrusion.
Okay, so you take an XP, give an XP to someone else.
How are you guys doing XP wise?
I should probably spend an XP at some point, but I think I'm all right.
I have
7 XP.
I think I have 5.
I also have what? You need 4 advancements to to advance a level.
Yeah,
Kevin, these guys have way more, so I'm just gonna take it again. No?
Nope.
Well, how many things do you have checked, Alex?
I have 3 things checked and 2 XP on top of that.
Okay, so I have 2 things checked at 7, so I'd be close.
Okay,
right? Because an advancement costs.
I have 1 thing checked on tier 3, and I have 5 XP. I think I'm
okay. So then definitely Kim.
I don't know how I got this far behind everybody. I must have missed a bunch of sessions or something.
Yeah, I see something like that.
All right. So anyway, so this guy is just sort of rushing towards you.
Kim gets it better.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's basically running towards you, and he he like is glancing like back behind him every once in a while, and he sees you, and he like makes a beeline for you.
He sees me. Okay, so I just kind of like instead of like hiding or whatever, I stand straight and I like I now I don't know if it matters, but I have danger sense. Does it look like he's coming at me in terms of like
Sure.
he wants to
Yeah,
fight
you
me?
can make a dangerous sense roll. Difficulty 3.
What was it, my character sheet? Oh
Yeah.
super successful.
Okay. All right. So I will say this: he is not dangerous, and you can tell that this man tends towards the outskirts of society. Right? He probably doesn't live in a town. He probably lives at least in the countryside, maybe like in the forest.
Okay.
As you are a man of the forest yourself.
Yeah. I stand there. I wait for him to.
Because that's a minor success, right? Or a minor effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I like stand there and calmly, like I assume my most like non-aggressive pose.
All right. So
Just being chill.
he like sort of comes up and like he's got like his hand on his face. You can see that's like all red, and it's like beginning to get swollen. He's like, my God, you have to help me.
Say, what's the matter?
He said, I angered one of them, the brutes. He's after me.
I look back. How far is our crew?
Maybe 5 minutes less.
I put my like my hand on his hands to like steady him. I say,
You cut out.
It's too stealthy. He doesn't understand.
I say.
I say, what brutes? And I like look out into the distance from where he like I am.
Yeah, so you guys are sort of like at like a bend in the road. Sort of like I don't know if I would say forested area, but like you can't really see around the bend here. He just like he looks at you exasperated. He's like we have to run. We have to hide. Surely he'll slay me.
He won't slay anyone. Now, what did you do? How did you anger him?
He says, I didn't know. I just it was there was a fruit tree, and he said it belonged to him. I had no idea.
I say,
He like
sure
glances behind him and like looks like he might like start to run.
I'm sure it's a misunderstanding.
He like looks at you. He's like, you don't understand. He's gonna kill me.
No. We'll talk to him. I say, look, if you're concerned, I like scout around to see if
Clearly
there's.
He's concerned.
No,
You are really feeling like you might be in a little bit of danger.
I think you're concerned about this. All right, so make an intelligence check. This would be difficulty 4. Try to convince him.
I don't have any intelligence.
Intellect, I guess.
Rough.
I'm looking at my stats here. It's not looking good. In case anybody was wondering.
I got faith. You'll be fine.
That's not going to help me with this roll. Like literally nothing. All right, here we go. Da.
Oh.
Fail.
Okay. All right. He just like shakes his head. He says, "What kind of? I have to get out of here." And he just like he goes off road like into the like trees.
Okay. I like crouch and like look in the direction that he like ran from.
Okay.
And
So you definitely hear like someone coming from that direction.
All right. Any way to discern from the footsteps as to the size of this person? or thing?
Yes, someone rather large. So it's not too long before like this large cyborg dude like comes like like jogging around the corner. He's got like a leash in one of his hands, and at the end of the leash is a velociraptor which has like a muzzle on it.
Aaron, got any new pet?
Yeah, you did. You're talking about the cyborg, right? Because I'm gonna put
Yeah,
that
yeah.
leash on him. It's
Obviously.
gonna be real funny when we come back to the dome. They're gonna love it.
All right.
Well, I stay hidden to see what he'll do.
Okay, yeah. So make a speed test here.
What's the difficulty?
It's difficulty 3. He's not
All
particularly.
right. Well, I can bump it down one for free, so I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Hey Kev, what do you think would happen if I took the glowing orb thing that's on the dinosaur and put it on the cyborg guy?
I disappear forever.
Only one way to find out.
All right, I'm gonna keep that in mind for the future.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
I
Okay.
like disappear forever.
So no, that is
Whoa.
not an acceptable major effect.
I mean, isn't that like a bad thing to have happen?
I go back to Earth. That's how well I hide. I appear on Earth Prime.
Right. So yeah. What are you thinking for a major effect here, Mister High Roller?
So I want to see if he gets. There we go.
All right.
Dude,
Well,
I need a new microphone.
I need a new headset.
dude, we
yeah,
know what we're
very
getting
good.
Alex for his birthday.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm going to wait like 3 months for that.
No.
Yeah, but you're gonna get
Um,
3 headsets on your birthday anyways, so
yeah. Every three.
I think for a good major effect in this case would be to like, maybe do something to distract him so that he doesn't know in what direction the guy went. Like I don't know if that's like an effective like stealth effect, but that's or move silently, whatever it is.
Okay.
Dive off on the same side of the road as the guy fled on, while also throwing a stone on the other side to make some noise.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. All right. Sure. So you kind of distract him away from your position. He like sort of like trots over to that area. Begins like looking at the ground. He looks like pretty frustrated. You can see the raptors like kind of like sniffing the air, like bobbing his head up and down.
Oops. All right. I think at some point, like when some time goes by, I'll just end up. I don't know. I'll reveal myself. Like it's not like a. I say hello.
He like his head like spins towards you, and he like regards you with a glare, and he like bellows at you. He's like, "You there? Have you seen a small, scrawny man?"
I'm really sorry. My headset cut out.
Oh, you were going to say something further?
that's what you say to him?
No, I like. Well, I heard like he turns to you and says, and then.
Oh, he bellows. "You there? Still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you. Sorry.
You there? Can you still hear me? All right.
I'll give you a sign. I'll be like, whenever I can.
I've just seen a small, scrawny man.
I say, I have not. No one besides myself, that is. I'm not like
Yeah.
that.
Okay. So you need to make another intellect test to lie to him. This will be difficulty
19.
I think it's been difficulty 4, just because this guy was like headed this direction.
That's fine. It's not a problem. I've been rolling 20s the whole time. Damn it.
Yeah.
That's good enough.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It is. Okay.
It's 4, yes it is.
I told you. Don't worry. It's like I'm rolling. I'm rolling well. I'm rolling good today.
It's
That
like
one time.
It's the opposite of Nick from last session, where he just like couldn't roll above a 4.
Yeah.
All right. So he says, very well. Aid me in my search.
Who are we looking for, and why are we looking for them?
He says, this impudent dog has stolen from me.
Oh no, what has he stolen?
He says he fixes you with a glare. He says, "Do you presume to question me?"
So
Yes.
I think I
Oh no, we cut out.
He says,
got,
"Good."
I think
Your silent compliance meets my expectations.
I'm gonna jump off a bridge.
So remember,
I think I missed something last session, but is it like the humans are like looked down upon or something, right? I think I remember.
the cyborgs was surprised last session that
Oh well.
I'll wait.
Do you not like
Yeah, Alex.
have a shitty backup
Yeah,
headset somewhere?
like headphones you could plug into something.
Like,
All right.
I mean, I've got like several shitty backup headsets. Some of them are in like various states of, like the plastic physically being broken, but
I've like never needed them. Oh, I do have one. Hold
You
on.
put like the baby's finger in the headphone jack slot. And
Speak
then,
into his mouth.
Yeah, yeah. Kim's got it.
it's yeah.
Kim, you're ready to be a parent.
That's how they work, right? Cyborgs.
Okay.
This is embarrassing. Hold on.
Is it though? I mean, you just threw your headset like across the room, so.
All right. All right, are we back?
Well, we never left, but we're waiting eagerly. See if Alex's headset from when he worked as a telemarketer, I guess.
Hello.
Hello.
All right, I hear you. Can you hear us?
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, we hear you. Can you hear us?
All right. Yes. Great. Hi.
Oh, good, wonderful.
Hello.
All right, so
All right.
what I was explaining was when we first encountered the cyborg guards last time, they would only really talk to me because I was a cyborg, and they kind of assumed that everybody else were my slaves, and they didn't quite believe it when I tried to explain that you guys were not my slaves, to the point where I had to kind of drop the subject because they like just wouldn't really understand it. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this guy would presume to like order you around and expect you to just kind of blindly do what he says.
That's not cool. I don't appreciate that.
Yeah, well,
All
this
right. So his
Dynamite
eyes
world
kind of
is.
like widen, yeah, and his hand like goes for his like laser axe.
Whoa! I'll help you find him. That's not a problem.
Says that's more like it.
Do they care that have we seen other non-cyborgs with weapons?
No.
This guy doesn't seem like bothered by the fact that Tony is armed.
Well, we got weapons from those other people, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you weren't there, but we kind of
weapons.
got like everybody a laser rifle and a laser
Right,
axe. If you wanted one, I guess it's up to you.
Yeah, I would have definitely taken one. What am I, an idiot?
Nope.
I would have assumed for you to take a laser rifle. Yes.
Maybe an axe too. Whatever you're feeling like.
Well, I don't know.
Well,
Maybe
there's the laser rifle, the laser axe, and the axe rifle combo.
Yeah, there was an axe rifle combo. I feel like that's probably what Tony would have gone with.
Definitely axe rifle combo.
All right, fair enough. All right, yeah. So he looks back at. So the rest of you guys, I assume, are like coming down the road at this point.
Yeah, I would say so.
So you know, he looks at the raptor who's like continuing to like sniff the air, and he kind of like strokes its back and says, "You know what? Never mind." It says, Perhaps my beast. It seems my beast has picked up the scent. Seems your services may not be in need after all. And he like begins to take off the creature's like muzzle.
What, in the direction of where the guy went?
Yep.
I mean, I don't know. Do I?
All right.
I can't really. I don't really plan on like saving everybody here.
Okay, that's fine. All right. I assume he like pulls the muzzle off, and the creature like looks back at him, and he like nods, and it like breaks off into the forest.
Wait, what kind of creature is this?
The Velociraptor.
Oh. Tough break for that guy. Are we close? Are we there?
Yeah. So you guys come around the bend, and he sees you, Mika, and he says, and he like kind of like raises his fist.
Yeah, I'll
The fist grab him.
yeah, reciprocate.
He says, "Well met. I don't think we've been acquainted."
I'd say, hello. Is there any trouble here? Because I just
says,
saw him like unleash his Velociraptor around Tony.
He says, "Nothing my companion can't handle. One of these dogs dared to insult me."
I'd say, what dog is that? And I kind of look with a puzzling look at Tony, hoping that he's not the dog in this case.
He says, "No. Another lesser creature which has escaped into the forest."
See, you know anything about this, Tony? There you
Well,
go.
you're muted right now.
I say no, but like I signal to you that I like definitely do.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Like a big old
What
wink.
does that mean?
I
You're
mean,
like,
I feel like we're
you're
like spies.
We're like secret agents. I feel like
no,
I like,
don't.
We're spies who have been working together across like 3 worlds and 3 years or something like that. So we ought to have some kind of like a high sign. That's
Okay, well,
not.
give me something plausible.
I mean, it could be as simple as rearranging a piece of clothing. Right? I mean, like, no one notices you rearranging a piece of
Okay, so-
clothing if it doesn't have any kind of meaning, right?
I
But-
say no, absolutely not, and I like kind of like lift my eyebrows
No,
at
that's
him, like,
like.
well, I'm
no,
facing
no.
away from the guy. You know,
Definitely not.
Well done, Tony.
All right, fair enough. We'll say Tony has some innocuous facial tick that.
Tony, the whole time Tony was talking about the dude, he was like.
He's like,
So the guy has no fucking idea what's happening.
It's in need of a visit to the med bay. All right. Yeah. So Tony says no. He doesn't know.
all right. I'll ask the guys. I go, what? Why are you bothering harassing one of these lesser creatures?
He
What does
says
it do?
order must be maintained, must it not? Would it not give our services for free?
So yeah, how bad could it have been? What did he do?
He laughs and kind of like clasps you on the shoulder. He says, the little runt decided to eat from one of my favorite fruit trees."
Say, you could not spare any fruit. Surely these folks need to eat. You know, unlike us.
He says, "They can eat on their own terms. We must take what is ours. Cronus demands it."
you guys serious?
Is there like anyone else within laser cannon blast shot?
Not really.
All right. How long does it take for one of these things to charge up? And is Mika in the line of fire?
Oh no.
I would say like she's not like out of the line of fire. And how long did it take to charge up? Like not long. like a
All right.
half a second maybe.
What kind of innocuous facial tick do I need to do to get me to like give me a clear shot here?
I don't know. Did you guys arrange a like when I pull on my left ear, like stop talking to the cyborg so I can shoot him signal?
I assume so, given the way they were fucking acting last week. Uppity pricks.
Well, they did give you these laser guns.
Yeah, so it only makes sense for me to use them to kill them. That's how that works.
Does it? Is it?
What did that cyborg just say?
He likes a lot of things. What
Guy
in particular?
Stole his lemon or something like that.
That we have to take what's ours.
That's a little harsh.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
That's what he said.
Mika seems like a cyborg apologist in this situation.
Yeah. Well, he also just took a bunch of Nazi
I am a
speed,
cyborg.
so
Was he still riding that high?
probably.
It's gonna be a while.
There was a whole box of Nazi amphetamines.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
You heard me.
Yep. All right. So, yeah. Let's. Why don't you make an intelligence check, William, to discreetly convey your intentions. This would be difficulty 3.
I have to decide whether I actually want to kill this guy. Like, whether William actually wants to kill this guy, because I definitely want to kill this guy. It's going to be a difficulty 3 intelligence check.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Well, while William
let's. Right. I'm not gonna kill him yet. I want to see what comes of this.
That's fine.
Like as of now, it's possible that the Velociraptor is just tasked with bringing this guy back, and then there'll be some like I don't know thrashings.
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, you're hoping that the Velociraptor will just like go over there and politely escort him back here. You know,
the one that's like on a leash and also tracks things
anymore.
No, but that's what I mean. Like it's not. It's like a friggin' dog. Like
it's a freaking Velociraptor.
Yeah, listen. You may be a cyborg apologist, but I happen to be a dinosaur apologist. So I believe the capacity of the Velociraptor.
I say.
Well, hold on. Before anybody else can speak, you guys hear like a scream erupt from the forest, and the guy kind of like smiles and like gives you another like pat across the shoulders and says, "Looks like she's found her quarry. Won't be long now."
Say, I think you should call your pet off. He's obviously learned his lesson.
He squints and he says, "I can't go soft now."
Say, I think it would behoove you to show mercy.
So he's like kind of considering you as you hear like something moving through the forest back towards you.
Velociraptor with like an arm in its mouth or something like that.
That is very close. Yeah. So it bursts back through the trees and it's got like a bloody forearm in its mouth that kind of like stoops down and drops in front of the cyborg. He kind of like pats its head and like fishes something out of his pocket and like tosses it through the air and like the creature like snaps it into its mouth. And he says, "What is mercy in the situation that you ask for? Should I let him bleed out in the forest?"
I think you've quickly limited the options, unfortunately.
He laughs like it's like a hilarious joke.
All right, I'm gonna take that intelligence check now. Also, this one I want in the other direction. Can the Velociraptor be in the line of fire? Because I'd love to get like both with one good volley.
All right. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
All right. So you said it was a difficulty 3?
Yep. Can make your intentions known here.
All right. I'm gonna use effort twice to bump it down to a 1.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
there
good.
go. All right. So, Mika, you become pretty aware that William is angling for a shot here.
Say, I guess I wish it hadn't gone this way. I think Kronos would have been, well, I think Kronos be disappointed in you, and I kind of take a step back.
Yeah,
You're
all
like,
right, I'll fire.
disappointed. All right. Yeah. So, so this is a speed test.
All right.
This is a 3 damage weapon.
Okay, I don't know what that means. I don't really know
It does
anything
3
about.
damage.
Okay. Oh, it really?
That's like the most.
Wait a second. I have like, I mean, because like I can use this gigantic laser gun, but I also have a psychic power called Fling, and I can do 4 damage with that.
I literally punch for 4 damage.
So I feel like 3 can't.
So 3 is, I believe, the most that a weapon can do by itself, but you can add like you can
'Cause,
use
like,
effort to increase the damage.
If it's natively going to be 3, then I'm just going to use my psychic power to fling the Velociraptor into the cyborg.
Okay.
Isn't medium? It's like light, medium, and heavy weapons, and I think light weapons do
Is it
2 damage,
5?
medium weapons do 4 damage,
All right. Maybe that's 4 then.
and I figured heavy weapons might do like.
This is probably a good thing to figure out, because I feel like this session may involve like a reasonable amount of shooting at things.
Things could be going in that direction. Right. So, okay, excuse me. A light weapon does 2 damage, a medium weapon does 4 damage, and a heavy weapon does 6 damage.
Yeah, that sounds
Okay,
about right.
And so this is heavy.
this is heavy, so this would be 6 damage.
Mhm.
And it's a speed test. And what's the difficulty? Or is this opposed? I don't remember how combat works.
So yeah, so this is just a difficulty 4 speed test.
All right.
And I will offer you an intrusion.
Do you find out what the intrusion is before you accept it or reject it?
Yeah. So
All right.
the intrusion is going to be that he sort of like sees you and like also understands your intention here.
All right.
Like in enough time to have some kind of reaction.
It's gonna blast you.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So I guess I take 1, and Kim, you can take 1.
Alrighty.
And I'm going to strain twice to bring it down to a difficulty 2.
Okay.
Which is not good, so I'm going to use an XP to reroll that.
All right.
Thanks, dude. I didn't realize that this greater than is actually greater than or equal to. All right, we make it.
Okay. All right. So as you like raise your rifle, you can see like a.
Oh no. You misunderstood me. I'm not using the rifle I hold in my hand.
Oh, you're using the this is an
enormous cannon on the side of my dinosaur.
I see. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
I don't know how that changes matters, but
so actually,
nor do I entirely understand how one fires one of the cannons on the side of the dinosaur, whether that's an intellect attack instead of a speed attack, or like both, or what exactly that is, but
No, yeah, it'd still be a speed attack. So actually, I'm looking at the rules, and I think that the dinosaur weapon would be 6 points of damage. The laser rifles would probably be 4, as well as the
Okay.
axes. But anyways,
that sounds right.
okay. Right. So anyways, so the as he like looks over at you, you can see like a glimmer of an outline, like a bubble like outline, sort of like you know, faintly shimmers around him, and it's just in time as the laser blast like streaks out from the dinosaur's laser cannon, and there's like a flash of light. All right, so that'll be first. What are you doing, Mika? You're a little close to this explosion, like right as it happens.
Oh well, obviously Mika got the hint that shit's about to go down. So she kind of like steps back and like braces herself, and as she like brings her hands up, she's kind of assuming like a martial arts like ready stance. All of a sudden, a like 3-foot blade like shoots out from like above her wrist, attached to her arm, and she seems a little surprised at this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, so you can see that like as the explosion goes off, like the raptor kind of like is like pushed to the side, but it's like still in its feet. And as the smoke starts to clear, you can see this this cyborg guy, like he's got like one of his shoulders is like the mechanical parts that like made it up, where there's like a huge hole in them. You can see like oil kind of like pouring down his arm and like sparks and stuff. And as you look at his eyes, you can see like what can only be described as like manic excitement.
Yeah, all right. I mean, we can't like let the guy live now, so he's got to go. Like,
also, I just want to make the point
cast.
that like our mission is to bring back scraps of these cyborgs. So like any of them that we kill is just extra stuff that we get to bring back. It's all to the good.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. No, listen, you gotta look at this the right way. You're the one who's on Nazi speed, not me, alright?
Hey, you can't just use that as an excuse every time.
I mean, I can and I will.
At some point, it's got to wear off, alright?
Alright, next year, World Tour.
A whole box.
Shouldn't have taken like 20 tablets of Nazi speed. That was a mistake.
Well,
that might
Kevin,
have been a minute.
Because no way you could have known at the time.
Seeing as how this guy kind of like turned entirely away from me,
Sure.
I'm going to take this opportunity for the hunter to become the hunted.
Okay.
Nice.
And I'm
That's
going to treat
so
him
fucking appropriate here.
and I'm going to treat him as my quarry,
Okay.
which just means I'm like specialized against everything that I do to him.
So is there what
Hold on, I'm looking for the rules.
your focus is what exactly?
Hunts with great skill.
Okay.
So all your
Single individual creature you can see are trained in all tasks involved following, understanding, interacting, or fighting with that creature. Trained, not specialized.
Very nice.
Okay. So okay, so that's your action.
That's my action. Oh,
Okay.
it's an action. Yeah.
Action to initiate.
I like steady him. I'm like this.
Okay, yeah. So you can see, you can see him like his like cybernetics, like the ones that are still working. Like you can see like lights on them, like begin to like light up, and like like things clearly step into like
I think this guy's part
mode.
robot.
All right, and so he kind of like bounds towards the dinosaur and Aaron. Mika, did you want to do something? Did you want to do something as well?
Yeah, well, so you said this guy is like smoking a little bit from where he got hit,
Yeah.
but he still seems okay. How is the Velociraptor reacting?
I mean, it was like like stunned briefly by the blast, but it's still, in full possession of its body parts.
Who seems like the bigger threat to me?
The cyborg.
All right, I'll kind of try to slice him with my newfound arm sword.
Okay, so you're gonna step up and just try to like make more holes inside him.
Yeah,
That
sure.
he prefers.
Skewer him.
All right, so give me a might roll. This is difficulty 4.
All right. So I'm fortunately trained with my arm sword. She's at difficulty 4, so that brings it down to a 2.
And it's a medium weapon.
Yeah, this is a medium.
Okay.
Part of my fuses flesh with steel.
So I'm going to say it also crackles with like electricity, because
Why not?
Yeah.
that should happen.
Success. I rolled a 15.
All right. So like there's an explosion. You can see like his cybernetics like light up, and he like digs his feet into the ground and begins to like charge forward at cyborg speed. And then like he's got like his battle axe out, and then like all of a sudden like the scene stops, and like Mika's like standing there with like her fist like right into his chest, and he looks at Mika, and his eyes just kind of like widen, and he's like, betrayer, you serve the dark ones. And like he kind of like you can see like the lights like starting to go out in his cybernetics.
Quick, say something about Kronos and gazing into his eyes or some kind of bullshit.
Say hi to Kronos for me.
There you go. That's the
Bitch.
fucking one.
All right. So the raptor like looks around and then like begins to like bolt away.
Yeah, I was hoping that would happen.
Which direction?
Towards the guy.
All right. We're gonna have to deal with that.
It kind of like the direction away from you guys,
Okay.
which is not like dissimilar from the direction the guy went off into, but like. Yeah.
All right.
Like the dinosaur attack with its giant laser tail.
Well, I mean, if the Velociraptor is not like endangering anyone further, I'm not gonna chase it down. It's just it was doing its job.
All right. So this guy is like gone offline or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna, so once he seems to be subdued, the little like the heads up display in his eyes will like switch over from combat mode back to normal mode, and the crackling lightning sword whatever seems to kind of automatically retract back into her arm, and she'll kneel down and see if she can. I'm gonna try to interface with this guy. Have an ability that if I can like plug into a device, I can identify and learn to operate it. But I really just want to see if I can. Yeah, I don't want to like bring this guy back to life or nothing. My concern is that the big honcho and his guys seem to communicate fairly wirelessly, and I don't want this guy to be like broadcasting back to home.
Okay, so give me an intelligence roll here. Speed difficulty 3.
Okay. So yeah, so this says if I can plug into it, I can identify and learn to operate it as though the task was one level lower. So I imagine that knocks off a difficulty.
Sure. Yep.
So that makes it 2. Don't really have enough spare here. So I guess we'll just.
All right.
What?
All right. So you can tell the following things. Number one, he's he's still like alive in that he's like not dead yet. He's like deactivated. His cybernetics seem to be putting him into like some kind of shock stasis.
Okay.
You can also tell that his vitals are like sort of more or less broadcast, but you don't think he's got like a video feed or anything to HQ. But you do think that his vitals are like something that is recorded elsewhere.
Okay.
And then what else did you want to know?
So, I guess since I got a super success or whatever it is, it'd be possible for me to maybe make sure that whoever is monitoring this doesn't know. I'm trying to remember super success thing.
Sure, yeah. I mean, you can say that like his cybernetics are familiar enough to you that we'll say that you think you can like sort of reroute his vital signals to run off your own cybernetics. And as you are still alive, perhaps a deception is born.
And then I mean, I guess I want to like completely shut him down because I don't want him to like reboot in a couple of hours and then like run back to Papa, tattle on us. And
Okay,
as William said, here for salvage. So
okay, well, so there's no like shutdown button, but you guys have a number of other means of achieving that effect.
so I guess can I find out?
I mean, I thought you said that
his
his cybernetics were keeping him alive right now.
They are.
So then there is a shutdown button. I mean, like,
Literally.
if the cybernetics are what's keeping him alive, then there really ought to be a way within the cybernetics to have them stop doing that.
Well, it's got to have a power system. Can I maybe like find out what the power system is on this and then sever that, or I don't know. I can like stab him through the neck if some kind of vital control or something like that.
But then that'll still report back to whoever that he
No,
was like.
spoofing. Because spoofing the transmission based on her own vitals.
Yeah, so you see like on his back there's like this power pack, and you think you can probably like disconnect it or like cut the wires. And
okay, I do that.
okay, yeah. So you like slice through the wires coming out of the power pack, and like his like very shallow like ragged breaths like slowly stop.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah. With that, should we take a short break?
Yeah, let's take a short break. So, so this cyborg like powers down, and what else do you guys want to do?
I guess we just like pile these on top of the dinosaur for train.
Yeah, I suppose that makes the most sense.
Alright. I'll like take the guy and like slap him on the back of the dinosaur.
Alright, cool.
And then what?
And then
check on the or like dude.
I think we should probably find out whether the Velociraptors killed him, and if not, see whether there's anything we can do for him.
Go have a look.
Alright. So who's leading this exploration of the forest, trying to find this guy?
I mean, I can do it.
All right.
I'll just follow the trail of blood.
Yeah, give me this is an intelligence 4 check.
It's not like a tracking check that
Yeah.
I could do.
It's tracking, but yeah, it's intelligence.
Tracking. Lowering it.
Hold on. Yeah. All right. So where's the hell's my character? There it goes. So I'm specialized in tracking.
All right.
So let me get a 2. I'll take my chances. I'll take my chances with a 2. Got it.
All right. Cool. So yeah. So after not too long, you pick up a trail of blood and follow it back. You see this guy is kind of like leaning up against a tree. He's got some pretty bad gashes like across his body, and his his forearm is like clearly been like torn off at the elbow. His face is quite pale, and he seems to be have lost a significant amount of blood.
I'm not a doctor.
Can I try to assess the chances that he'll survive if we do some basic cauterizing of the wound and apply bandages and that sort of thing.
This would be an intellect test. It'd be difficulty 2.
Okay. I'm gonna use 1 level of effort to bring it down to 1.
Okay.
Oh, a 19.
Okay. Well, let me tell you. The basics here, and then you can tell me what you want as a minor effect. So you were pretty quickly able to tell that he has been slashed across the belly, and his digestive system is kind of been ruptured. So doesn't seem like a positive prognosis is in the cards here.
All right. For the excellent result, I'd like to be able to tell what the most effective way to give him a painless end is.
Laser gun to the face.
Yeah. I mean, that is certainly on the list. I can't think of anything else better than that. You guys have some like strange plant matter that Alex picked up in the forest, but like,
let's not start
really
experimenting on that poor guy.
Yeah,
I mean, might as well
just,
experiment, right?
it's possible that like Mika could like prick her finger and put it in his mouth, and he would OD on
meth. Yeah, there's that.
Poor dude. Let's give him some speed and weird fruits.
Right?
You're not wrong.
I think the top of the list has got to be laser gun to the temple.
Okay. Let me just look at something for a second.
So he kind of like looks up at you as you approach, and he says, "I heard a laser blast."
Yes, I'm afraid that I don't think we'll be able to help you, but I can give you the comfort of vengeance, and I'll like shift aside so that he can see the corpse on the back of the dinosaur.
He like he kind of like coughs. He says, and like nods slowly. And he like tries to like fish something out of his pocket. And he says, "Seeing as how we both died for this, someone should be able to make use of it." And he like holds out his hand, and there's some
fruit.
kind of weird fruit in his hand. It's
Does it look like the fruit that I had?
No, so it's mostly jet black with like stripes of neon green.
All right. I mean, I guess I can hop off the dinosaur and take it from him.
Okay.
And I can offer you a quick end.
All right. He kind of grimaces, and he said, he like looks down at himself. He says, "There's not much chance of me making it back, I guess."
I'm afraid not. I have some experience with field dressing, and I think, unfortunately, there's really nothing either of us can do.
He kind of nods, and he says, "Well, never really thought it would go down quite like this." And he kind of like turns away from you, like as best he can.
Yeah. And I will. So I am a speaker. Like that's kind of the thing behind, and I have things like encouragement and spin identity and things like that. So I'm going to like tell him a story to distract him, while I also shoot him in the head.
Right. Fair enough. Okay. Cool. All right. Yeah. The laser blast. The camera is just above the forest. There's a laser blast, and like a birds fly away. Yeah.
So dark.
Yeah.
And
all
then yeah. So is the fruit just an object, or is it a?
It's a Cypher. Yeah.
Cypher. All right. Let's see. So I have a 2 Cypher limit, and I've currently got 2. And the one idiot we have with like a fucking 12 Cypher limit is not here. So
Because of full Cypher limit?
It's not quite that bad, but like it's close.
You already have 2, or this brings you to 2?
I already have 2 because I'm holding on to one thing for Alex.
I can take it.
Yeah.
Because I only have 1, and I have a 2. So
I mean, I'm getting pretty hungry. This fruit does look tasty.
I'll hand it to Miko.
Jetpack black fruit or something.
Yep. All right. So, you guys want to get back on the road? What's the
Yeah, I think we get back on the road and continue in the direction of the tower.
Okay. So after not very long, you come across what looks like a it's basically like a roadblock. So there's several cyborgs set up on the road with like 3 dinosaurs. So 2 of them are Triceratops and one is like a Stegosaurus. And they all seem to be like not only armored, but like armored and part cyborg.
Okay.
Dinosaurs are cyborgs.
Yes.
Nice.
I say maybe I should talk to these guys.
Probably for the best.
Elements of surprise might not always.
So are we which like hex are we in?
So you guys are in 10-8.
Okay. So we can kind of see the ruins beyond, I guess. Not too far.
Yeah, so
away.
you guys can definitely see the ruins. Let me reveal some of the map here. Okay. So you can see that there are ruins in 10-7, which is also a pretty swampy area. They appear to be like the remains of some kind of fort, although like you assume that the original construction was much older than they seem to be like have been added onto. You also see the ruins of a much larger structure in 12-5, sort of near the edge of a forest that seems to be comprised mostly of gigantic mushrooms.
And
also, yep, go ahead.
The ruins that we were sent to, are they the 10-7 ruins or the 12-5 ruins? Or would we not know?
I'm not sure it would be completely clear.
All right. Well, I guess either way we'll go through 10-7 to make 12-5 if.
Sure. I'll also say that on the opposite bank of the bay here, you can see what looks like a fairly slender, tall tower in 14-9, which looks to be, if you had to say, looks like Victorian.
Okay.
Like it's got like the Gothic stuff.
Interesting. All right, we'll keep that in mind, I guess. So yeah, we'll kind of approach the guards on the road, the little roadblock here. I'll go in front. We're on official business.
Okay. Well, so is that you guys are just gonna go right up?
Oh, I guess should we do something about the dead guy on the dinosaur's back?
Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea.
Quickly eat him.
So have they seen us yet?
No.
All right, then
They're mostly like facing the other direction.
wander off into the forest and leave this guy, and we'll pick him up on the way back.
One way to do it.
Sure. Tony, remember this spot.
Yeah. I write it down in my journal.
That
By
guy in
the
forest.
tree.
You know, that one, tall, lots of leaves.
Trees it's like this.
In the forest? Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
We take this guy down, then we go.
Okay, so you guys just hop into the forest, drop him off, and then head back out.
Yep.
We'll we'll cover him with some.
Fair enough. All right. Okay, so you approach the barricade. Like they've clearly noticed you, and one of them like sort of holds up a hand and he says, "Greetings."
Say, greetings.
Sort of looks. He says, "What business have you?"
Say, we're on a mission from
Rondar.
Randar. We're headed for the battlefield beyond.
Is the battlefield? Helcor has declared that none may venture past the barricade.
Say, I've got my mission from Grandar directly.
Helcor, but that's fine.
Al Gore.
All right.
Whatever.
That's all right.
I'm gonna write it down.
I mean, last time I said Karen, so I feel like we're getting closer.
Way better than last time.
All right. So he doesn't look like entirely convinced. He says, "Why would I not have heard of this?"
Why would you have heard of this? What? I don't. All right.
Like a space fight.
I say, I don't know. We come directly from the city. Perhaps word has not made it out.
All right. So the only I think the this is going to require a might test just to convince him. Yeah, like essentially, like you will need to be like confident enough and forceful enough in your resolve that he sees no weakness in your demeanor.
What's the difficulty?
The difficulty 4 might test.
All right.
You're mighty, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty. Does being trained in bashing help?
Yeah, sure.
All right. I'll spend a point here.
He's impressed by that. He likes bashing. Bashing's on his list of faves.
That's something he's into. I'll
Bashing and Drac are his OTP.
I'll have to burn an XP here for.
All right. Looks like
so. I like. I kind of like put my arm up with a clenched fist, and like the like sword arm like shoots out. He says, "Don't worry about us. We've got a task at hand. I don't appreciate being waylaid by the likes of you."
He sort of chuckles and he nods and he says, "Agreed. I dislike that as well. Forgive the offense."
Being waylaid by the likes of myself.
Me.
every time I waylay myself, I say to myself, "No, this is unacceptable."
Okay, so he says, "Sure." He says, "Forgive the offense. Please take this gift as means of apology." And he like holds out a small device to you.
Kind of device.
Can't carry all these ciphers.
Take this dynamite. Oh no.
So it's a small it looks like a chip. It's got it's got 3 like metal prongs in it. And it's kind of like splayed out at the moment, but there's a button there that when depressed you think would make them sort of like clamp down.
And this is a cipher.
Of course.
And I'm all out of cipher spot. Maybe I'm
Just pop it onto your head.
Can you
Pop
just
this
like
chip.
can you just dump like ciphers? I have this IB holy symbol and I honestly don't know whether it's gonna be of any use ever. I don't know what it does.
Okay.
Yeah, what do those secret ciphers do? Did we ever figure out what the heck a secret cipher is?
I mean, you either have to just use it or you can try to identify it.
I mean, I know that it is a level 2 secret cipher. I just don't know whether that's like, I don't know what it is, or that's a specific thing, like a secret
No,
cipher.
that's not a secret. That's not a specific thing.
Okay.
So I don't know what either of my ciphers do, but I'm willing to ditch the IB holy symbol in favor of, I don't know, this
How do you
weird chip thing.
how do you identify ciphers?
It's an intelligence check.
Can I try to identify my level 2 cipher, my IB holy symbol?
Sure. Yeah. It's a difficulty 2 intelligence roll.
All right. I'm gonna strain once to bring it down to 1.
Okay.
All right, 15. We gooch.
Okay. Yeah. So this is this cipher is called. I mean, the name here is called Remembering. Allows the user to recall any one experience she's ever had. The experience can be no longer than 1 minute, but the recall is perfect. If she saw someone dial a phone, she'll remember the number as the example. So it's like, exact perfect recall.
Is I guess is my IB holy symbol the same thing?
No,
Or
it
is
is not.
potentially different.
Potentially different.
All right, is it the same thing? Or difficulty 2?
So your IB holy symbol is a level 3, so it's difficulty 3.
I didn't know we could just identify ciphers because I have one that's unidentified.
I mean, I've told you guys like at least once before. I feel like it's been more than once though.
Probably like
Alright.
4 times.
I'm gonna try to identify this real quick.
Okay.
Fail.
All right.
I don't know what this is.
you repeat. I don't know what this is. Oh wait, I can try to figure it out. I don't know what this is.
What happens when you have too many ciphers? Are you like
They
physically
start to do weird things together.
Like bad shit starts to happen. I'll look up the exact rules, but it's not good.
Hold on a sec. Hold on 1 sec. Sorry.
like
I think you
immediately
start taking
or
negative bonuses that increase the longer you have them.
all right. How long
What
until
do
I
the
can
chances are that I need to like remember perfectly a minute of my life?
I don't know.
I mean,
If you want, I'll give you another IB holy symbol to essentially.
I was gonna say, like, I'm kind of feeling like chucking this IB holy symbol, like, or maybe you could give this IB holy symbol to him as like a, yes, good gift.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah.
The classic, yes, good gift.
I mean, I feel like the cyborgs understand that kind of gift.
Yeah.
What's
They're all
unfortunate
about
is back when I was a vampire, I could like eat ciphers. Well,
Is that unfortunate, or is it unfortunate that you can no longer do that?
well, that I can no longer do it. Right. That's what's unfortunate about it. Otherwise, I could just quickly like pop one of these in my mouth and
Aren't we like at full health right now?
I have nowhere.
Come on, Aaron. It's
Oh.
the sentiment.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you're hungry, like, go ahead.
Listen, I think you've eaten quite enough today, Mika.
What about? Just so excited.
You've already eaten one cipher today.
What about this black fruit? What level cipher is that?
This is a level 4 cipher.
What about my fruit?
Also a level 4 cipher.
That's difficulty 4.
Can somebody who knows things identify these for me? Or do
I mean,
have to
I can
it
do it.
myself?
That's because I'm rolling hot, Kim. Nope.
Do I have to identify these myself because they're mine, or else? All right, let me roll against the fruit.
Why don't I toss down to Mika the IB holy symbol I have, and I'll say, Master Mika, from your supply of exchange goods.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'll give it to him. Thank you for being accommodating.
All right. He like takes it and he nods. Like he like slides it into his pockets and like holds up his hand, like nodding.
Go with Cronos.
Yeah. He grasps your hand and like with a firm. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, good.
All right. Do you want what do you want to hold on to then? You want the fruit or the other IB holy symbol or this weird microchip?
I mean, you can toss any of them up to me. Why don't you toss the fruit up to me so you don't offend him by like immediately giving your like gift from him to me?
Sure. Yeah, I'll be like, yeah. Hold on to
this weird fruit we found back.
and,
Nowhere near a guy that we murdered.
I guess I will.
So he like sees it and he says, "It seems this is not the first gift you've received today."
Say, no, it isn't.
He says, "Tell me, how is Velox?"
Say, he's been better.
All right. So this would be a I think it's a difficulty 3 intelligence check here to
I'm not lying.
not tip him off.
Not tip him off. That's a fair way of putting it.
Not arouse suspicion.
God damn, we should have sorted this whole Cypher thing out. Where is our like Cypher holding bag?
You mean the bear? I don't know where the bear is.
Yes, him.
He fucking disappears a lot.
Sorry, you said difficulty what? Intelligence check?
3.
I think I said 3.
I'm a little afraid to use intelligence points. I'm like, all right. I'll use 2. Might have to do some recovery on this. All. That'll be difficult 2 then.
Wait, are you using 2 strain or 1? Oh my gosh. All right, well.
Doesn't matter. I'm cool as a cucumber.
Every time Timothy convinces this guy, he rolls a 20.
So
yeah, that's true.
It's like, Velosh has been better. His mother is not doing all that well. His Velociraptor has a cold, and, you know, his favorite fruit tree is not producing as well as it once did. Are there more details of Velosh's life that you'd like to know about?
He like, yeah. So he seems appropriately
Convinced.
upset that that Velosh is not doing as well as he could be. But such things are regrettable when you are a cyborg living in the dinosaur world. So,
Indeed.
All right. He says he like sort of nods and like waves you through, and they like one of the cyborgs like picks up part of the barricade and like moves it to the side.
all right. We quickly move on down the road
Oh, let's get out of here.
before we get in any more trouble.
All right, so ahead of you, you can see the ruins. From this close, you can clearly see that like the ruins have been enhanced, and a lot of those enhancements have like subsequently been destroyed by what it would appear to be laser fire. It also appears that they are occupied. You can see sort of figures standing atop some of the wrecked battlements.
Kevin, I have 2 questions. 1, do you have to use the recovery rolls in order?
I believe you do.
Okay. And 2, can I try to identify the fruit?
Sure. Go ahead.
You said it was a 4?
Difficulty 4. That's right.
Okay. So I will strain twice to bring it down to a 2.
Okay.
And ooh, that's bad. Let's throw an XP at that.
Okay.
All right, there we go.
All right. Yep.
I want to. I guess while we chill and do a little bit of identifying, I want to use my 1 action and 10-minute recovery roll.
Okay.
I feel like it will take us at least 10 minutes to get on the road from the barricade to like where we can see these people in the ramparts.
Yeah. So this fruit, once you eat it, the user gains an asset on all dinosaur-related tasks for 1 hour.
Okay.
Eat it.
You add anything to your roll to recover?
I don't think so.
There is. It's like 1d6 plus your tier.
Plus my tier.
Each recovery roll should be 1d6 plus your tier, I believe.
Okay, yeah, because my character sheet says like 1d6 plus some blank thing that I never filled. Tier.
I think it's your tier.
All right, so I recover 16.
Okay. Cool. All right. So what's you guys plan? What's the thing here?
So you said that it looks to be movement on the ramparts of this ruin.
Sorry, can I roll to identify the microchip? How long do I have to wait to try to identify the holy symbol that like ship sail, and I just have to eat it and see what happens?
Yeah, it's pretty much sailed.
Just mysterious.
Just
All
have
I
to
know
use
is that
it
it's
and see
level
what the fuck
3.
happens.
I mean, I can look it up. I don't know. I don't think you can just like keep trying. I guess maybe.
Yeah, no, I figured that maybe it's like once a day or period.
I'm not exactly sure. I'll have to check.
What
Suffice
level is
to
the
say, you
microchip?
cannot track
Microchip is tipped as level 5, actually.
So since it is mechanical in nature, can I use interface on it
Yep.
to lower that by 1? I guess.
Yep.
And I'll spend 2 points of intellect to bump it down to 8.
Okay.
Spend an.
Wow, it's a good day to be the GM. Just raking in the XP.
Yep.
I need it so I can give back to you guys.
Did I spend 1 more? Can you? Can you keep spending XP on rerolls?
I think we have allowed that in the past, but I don't think the rules technically probably allow for that. But
Alright. Life is only pain,
I'll have
I
to-
guess. So level 5.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
All right, so you got 2
guess-
maybe unidentifiable ciphers hanging out.
Yeah.
I will tell you that you know how to activate this cipher. You like press it against someone's skin, and it like clamps in and does what it does.
It injects like kami amphetamines directly into your body.
all these ciphers are just various kinds of amphetamines
Yeah, can't wait.
delivered in special ways. Yeah. Anyways,
Speaking of amphetamines delivered in special ways.
Alright, so now that we've rested for a bit and I've figured out that I have no idea how to use or
Anything.
find out anything about my ciphers, since I am sharp-eyed and I have wonderful mechanical eyes, can I see any details about these people on citizens?
sure. You can see them. They seem to be like sort of standing atop the battlements. They look armed. Yeah.
Are they cyborgs? Like ones we've been
They don't
into?
appear to have the profile of a cyborg. Give me an intelligence check here. Difficulty 4.
Alright. So I'm trained in perception. I imagine that
Okay.
applies. I'll make 9. I'm due, boys. Oh, I fail.
Well, you
Can't
always
see.
got that XP, baby.
I need some of that to like advance.
All right. Fair enough. Then this tantalizing knowledge will remain just out of reach.
All right,
Yeah.
yeah. I guess I say like they don't look like cyborgs. Doesn't look like anything. To
Fair
me.
enough.
All right. Are they wearing the same uniforms that we found on the dudes who had been killed by Betsy here?
They're a little too far to tell exactly, but it's not impossible.
Are you sure? I have binoculars. I'm sure they're long gone.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so what's the play?
Well, I would say you keep that big old cannon at the ready, and we approach cautiously.
Do we Han and Chewie this, or do we just go in straight up?
I mean, I guess I assume that these guys aren't going to be friendly, but I'm not sure what our play is really. Is there like an approach to these ruins that these guys can't see? They seem kind of on guard.
So it's pretty much like a swamp. Yeah, so it's tough.
And there's no like path, like an easier. There's no like, if I could try to find like an easier path through, like a less where the ground is like sturdier and the.
Sure, yeah. So I mean that would be the best bet, right? Is that you like find stable ground.
Yeah.
Either way, it's still not going to be like very fast to approach, and secondly, it's not going to be like there's not going to be like any cover, really. You know what I mean?
So
You're
that's
still going to be around.
my suggestion obliquely was that these folks are the enemies of the cyborgs. We are, I suspect, riding one of their mounts, so we could approach with Mika in handcuffs, as it were, bound, and try to gain entry that way before, turning everyone loose and murdering anyone who's in arm's reach.
I'm not sure with it.
Well, I mean, Chewie's never a fan of the Chewie and Han plan. That's not the point. Yeah, exactly. Tony?
All right.
Do you have? I am open to other ideas. I'm just saying that trying to approach a fort that we think is hostile and there's no cover and it's surrounded by marshes may not be the best time to, go with the brute force approach.
What do you think, Tony?
No, I mean, I don't know if brute force approach either, but I don't know if I like handcuffing me. I guess we could do like, I don't know, pretend cuffs, hands behind the back.
I mean, you've got rope. Do you honestly think that the rope is going to like restrain Mika for any significant portion of time? Also, are you not capable of tying a fake knot?
I can, but do they believe that she'll be held by that?
Leave it to me to convince them that we are what we say we are.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that, and then I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna not stay with the group, but maybe sneak around.
Sure. All right.
Unfortunately, I have to go.
Okay, so let's. I mean, I think we're
always...
probably good to leave it there for today.
This sounds like it may be a good stopping point because I'm not sure it's going to be like 15 minutes and we can just wrap this on up. So
yeah, no. All right, yeah. So we'll leave it there. I think from last time you guys would get 2 XP bonus from meeting the whatever his name was, Heltor. And we'll leave it at that for tonight. We'll pick up next week. And thanks everybody for watching. This is Live from Beyond. If you've liked what you've seen for some reason, perhaps that you have an adult brain or have some sort of fungal infection, or maybe ancient spirit has possessed you, whatever the case, really. We are not too discerning. You can head on over to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/livefrombeyond. And if you're already there and you're watching this and you desire more punishment, perhaps you've sinned against your an elder god, or you just have daddy issues. Whatever the case, really, you can come try to watch us live every 7:30 Eastern on twitch.tv.
On Tuesdays, not every 7:30. Specifically, just the 7:30 that's on Tuesdays.
Right. Well, you know, I figure if you're
Just-
in the mood for the self-flagellation, you can show up. You can really just kind of just play it by ear and try to.
You can tune into this channel whenever you want, but it will only be on at around 7:30 p.m. on Tuesdays Eastern time. So
Right. So whatever your particular ailment, we are accepting of all. Anyways, thanks guys for playing, and we'll pick it up again.
night, y'all.